Hi, hello, how are you? And welcome back to another video. And it's been a minute. I'm so sorry since I posted a video, and I know my schedule's been off recently. That kind of had a bit to do with the hurricane that recently hit the East Coast. If you didn't know, I do live on the East Coast, right where it hit. Um, so that was a thing that was affecting my life and my upload schedule because the internet, of course, was not the strongest while things were blowing around. And also, I just felt like because there was no work for a week because of the storm, and that gave me a break from work and from school, and I feel like I really needed that break. And so it was kind of like an everyday decision, like, am I going to record or not, or am I going to continue to rest? And I eventually, as you can tell by my uploads, I just decided to rest. And I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of video ideas, and I missed you guys, but I'm glad that I took a break because if I didn't if I recorded videos when I didn't want to, they wouldn't be fun to watch, you know? But anyway, I did feel really bad for leaving you guys hanging and not even posting anything on Twitter or anything, and I didn't get to stream, which I did want to stream. I wasn't going to upload, but I was going to stream, and then Saturday was one of the worst days for wind and stuff, and the internet was just there was no way I was going to be able to stream properly for you guys. So anyway, and so I was like, you know what I'm going to do to make up for it? I'm going to do a renovation because I did two and I haven't done any more. So this is the last house in that top corner, like the rich, fancy neighborhood where the Goth family lives in Willow Creek. Because I think in that empty lot, I'm actually going to put Heidi's Hideaway just with a little bit of some updating to make it less of a super personalized house for Heidi. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe I'll put Heidi in your games. I don't know for the save. But anyway, and so this is the Umbrage Manor, which is a very round, like you could tell the house is built with round, obviously not actually circles except for the porches, but round shapes. And I didn't really have a problem with how the house looked originally, but I wasn't going to leave it. If I'm going to renovate the whole world, I'm going to renovate the whole world. The main problems with this house was that the yard was kind of boring, although it was fine. It was a simple yard. It was great. There was stuff to do. You could sit outside. Cool. And the inside was dark and beigey. You know what we don't like to hear about a house? Dark and beigey. Okay, just think about this. If you're looking for a house or you're looking at even inspiration for your current, just even your bedroom, and you see something that's like, ooh, beigey. No, it's not appealing. So we're not going to go with dark and beigey. And so I just wanted to update this house. And I wanted to finally get to use that fan that came with the banana leaf wallpapers. And I was like, banana leaf wallpaper. Hold up. You probably noticed in my most recent video before this one was my IKEA kitchen challenge. And so I was like, I'm going to use that kitchen from that challenge with the banana leaf as the inspiration for the whole house. So you'll notice the first thing I placed was that kitchen in this house. And then I based the entire house off of that kind of style. So it's bright, it's very what I don't know, yeah, it's bohemian. It's very boho, but like modern contemporary meets boho and banana leaf. I did a lot of millennial pinks, or like as close to these things as we can get in The Sims. Bright colors, light spaces. In this bathroom in the downstairs, I actually wanted to do this thing that I saw was really cool. It was a white tile 3/4 of the way up the wall, and then the rest of the wall was painted black. But we don't have anything like that in The Sims. And even though that wasn't like the bright colors that the rest of the house was going to be, I thought it would be a really cool, refreshing, just like, ooh, and then I could bring in color through decorations and stuff, but I just couldn't pull it off. So I ended up doing that pretty pale blue, which was kind of a throwback to what the original house was. A lot of the walls were that, I don't even know what to call it, the framed thing. I don't know. You can see it in the hallway there. And so it was kind of throwback to that and the red that was in the dining room, because the dining room did not stay red. I don't even know why the dining room was red. There was nothing really red about the entire house. You have this bold red dining room for no reason whatsoever. I don't know. But I wanted to give this house a lot of pattern, a lot of texture, a lot of light color. I really, really, really wanted to brighten it up. I didn't do a ton to the actual shape or layout of the house. I mean, I pulled the dining room in so I could fit that kitchen, but the living room's the same shape. That bathroom in the downstairs is the same size. And the upstairs, I added a bathroom Because I don't know, I felt like the bathroom situation was a little weird because all the bedrooms are upstairs, but you only have one bathroom upstairs and one downstairs. So there's one bathroom connected to one bedroom. There's a loose bathroom upstairs, and then there's a downstairs bathroom. But you'll see that. And I re-landscaped, but again, still, it was just more of like a brightening up and a modernizing because this wasn't a house that needed a ton of work. It wasn't like the Goth family where I really felt I needed to bring it up to date, or like which the what was the other house we did? What was it called? You know, the other one in this neighborhood that I felt like I really needed to add porches to and change the shape of. It wasn't like that. This house just I felt like needed a very simple renovation. And so that's what I did. I just brightened it up and gave it some love. I think I don't know what family I'm going to place in this house in the save because I'm going to fill every lot, and then of course you can evict people for your Sims to live in once the save is done. And I didn't build this house with a specific family in mind, but I definitely feel like they're like positive, bright, happy, trendy people. I don't know. Okay, here was my biggest pet peeve about this house the whole time, like no matter what. So this house has a lot of balconies. And many of the balconies, four of the balconies, in fact, the four little ones on the front of the house, you don't even have access to. So in the two big bedrooms on the second floor, I gave you access to those balconies, and it's still weird that the bedroom that was a kid's bedroom, I made it more of a teen kind of bedroom. Still don't understand why that bedroom has access to that giant balcony. Someone explain. I don't know. I can't tell you. But I made it a teen bedroom because I felt like that made more sense for a teenager to have access to a balcony than for like an 8-year-old to have access to a balcony. I don't know, I was very confused. But now the two big bedrooms have private balconies. That kid's bedroom still has its private balcony for whatever reason. I thought about rearranging some rooms so the kids' room wouldn't have that giant balcony, but I didn't want to redo the floor plan that much because again, I didn't have a huge problem with this house. So I left it. And then I I didn't really I changed the color of the outside. This house was very blue on the outside. I changed it to green because with the banana leaf and everything, I threw quite a bit of plants, quite a bit of plant matter. What was that voice? What was I trying to I was gonna go British and then I just turned into this weird thing and oh, if I wanted to redo this voiceover, I'd start over, but I don't. So enjoy whatever just happened. um, I put a lot of plants in this house, and so I was like, "There's a plant theme going on here, tropical plant theme thing. It's fun, it's bright, it's nice." And so I felt like green was more fitting than the blue. And some of the places where it was blue with white accents, I switched it so it was a white with green accents so that the green was on the house, but it didn't make the house, if that makes any sense. Because there's some place where I was like, it's too blue. And what else did I do? I'm sorry also if you can hear it's pouring down rain and like thunder and lightning outside. So if you can hear that, I apologize. But I want to get this video out for you. Um so anyway, the yard, which we haven't gotten to yet, but I'm going to talk about it now. I gave it a pool because I feel like every house in this neighborhood would have a pool. These are big, fancy houses. If you get your Sims enough money to live in here, they're going to have a pool, right? And if not, I don't care. Fill it in. Or in The Sims, delete it and make space for a yoga patio or I don't know, whatever your Sims are up to, you know? So I gave them a pool because the backyard was huge. I just had a giant path running through that didn't really do anything for anybody. And I changed the path from that bright red brick to a gray stone because I felt like the cool colors were more modern. And I kept the backyard fence in, but I used the clear glass walls instead. And I left the front yard open because I felt like this house, it's a pretty cool house. It's an interesting shape. It's compact, but it's got a lot of room inside. And the fencing in of the front kind of cut that all off. It made the house feel very closed in and it wasn't a yard you want to hang out in. And I wanted it to be a yard you want to hang out in. So that's what I did. I don't know. I really like how this house came out, and I feel like I did a lot of work on it, but I also feel like I didn't do that much. I feel like it was a lot more of a style swap on this house than like a hardcore renovation because I don't know, you guys have played The Sims. You know what's up. You know what's happening. You know, at the very least, what this house looks like. And so, you know, it didn't need like me to tear down all the walls and figure out the floor plan from scratch. There were some weird things, like the kitchen originally, it was so cramped and odd. And so I'm glad that I threw in my IKEA kitchen because it was a rectangular kitchen and then I cut the corner off so it would still be a more rounded shape on the outside of the house. But and it was it the size of that kitchen, the airiness of that kitchen, the shape of it, it definitely helped the downstairs because you have this big house, this giant living room, this formal dining room, and then this cramped little kitchen. Like what? No, I don't know what to do with that. Why would it be like that? I feel like because I changed all the windows from the white windows with blue shutters to just solid white windows with white shutters. Or no, I didn't. Didn't I make them green? I don't remember. I was going to make them all white and then I went with green to like stay true to the house or something. I don't know. You know, there are things you want to say about why you did stuff and you're like, I just did it because. And that's kind of how I was originally thinking that white would look like all white windows with white shutters would have a cleaner look on the house. But I think I went back to green shutters to kind of, I don't know, hold on to what the house originally was because the outside, it wasn't that bad. It looks good on the map. It looks good in person. It just needed a little bit of an update. I Oh, that's something else. The backyard was, I think, I don't know if it was more landscaped. It was definitely differently landscaped, obviously, because I cleared it out. But it might be a little more landscaped in the back originally than what I did. But because I added a pool. You know, when you have a pool, you don't put a ton of landscaping around the pool because then like dirt and stuff gets in the pool. And I know, in The Sims, dirt doesn't get in your pool. But we want to play, or at least I want to play, with a certain level of realism here, and like kind of, and also my feeling is if you decorate in The Sims how you decorate in real life to some extent, then you get more natural looking houses. So anyway, this is my long-winded, ridiculous way of saying that I put less landscape in the backyard because there's a pool, and normally when there's a pool, you want it to feel more open and having a lot of landscape clogging up the yard isn't going to accomplish that. So I put in the pool first and I changed the paths. And you know what? I'm going to admit it right now. It was not until this build that I learned how to properly do the keyboard shortcuts to place quarter and half tiles. Normally I build a room and like with a triangle and then I fill in that. And you'll probably see me struggling to do that. And it just wouldn't work because of the foundation. So I had to look it up. And I did. And now I know how to place quarter and half tiles. Are you happy? I'm happy because that was the bane of my existence. But anyway, I fixed the paths. I added other stairs on the side because originally those stairs on the side and the back were where the door from the kitchen would be. But since there's no longer a back door in the kitchen, I felt like I needed to add symmetry to that porch since you came in through that center or came out through that center door now. So you have this nice symmetrical pool area and then still have a path out to the sidewalk through the side gate. And yeah, I don't know. I really like it. I landscaped around the porch. And I think I put a tree in there too, maybe. I don't remember. You'll see. And so I focus a lot more on landscaping the front. And you'll notice it's a similar style of landscape. It's just more tropical. I used those big leafy plants and some tropical looking flowers and then some filler flowers too. I felt like it needed to look neater. Sometimes The Sims, the original landscaping in the builds, and I feel like this is one of those builds, it's landscaped, but it feels almost like the flowers grew in there on their own. Like no one had like a specific motive when they were placing them. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I wanted it to feel like nice and precise and like it was supposed to be there, you know? But anyway, the screenshots are about to roll through like the last couple of renovations I did before and after pictures so you can see how the house, I almost said evolved. It's not a Pokemon. I always want to say things in The Sims evolved. Anyway, how things changed, how I renovated them, how they developed. Of course, this house is on the gallery for you and your Sims to enjoy. If you use it, let me know. I'd love to see what you do with it. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I think I will be moving to, what neighborhood? Maybe we'll do the pancakes next? I don't know. Or we could do that other neighborhood on the left, the other big fancy rich neighborhood. We'll see. But anyway, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!